Top 5 phobias.
They may be irrational, but they're very real fears.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Number 5. Acrophobia, the fear of heights. You'll never convince these folks to go bungee jumping, skydiving, or even on a Ferris wheel. But it's one of the most natural fears you can have.
Not a big fan of heights.
Tests show that even babies have an innate fear of heights. Not everyone's anxiety towards heights reaches the level of a phobia. You'll know you're an acrophobe if you have panic attacks or go out of your way to avoid high places. Number 4. Pteromeranophobia, the fear of flying.
Let me off, 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 let me off.
Sometimes combined with claustrophobia, acrophobia, social anxiety, and even fear of death, the fear of flying prevents some sufferers from traveling by air at all.
Airline travel is very dangerous.
But don't be silly, it's the safest travel in the world. You're gonna love this, trust me.
Though it's known as the safest way to travel, logic does little to calm the fears of flying phobes. Most likely not an evolutionary-based phobia, as humans didn't fly until the 20th century. Pteromeranophobia is sometimes blamed on the media for perpetuating negative situations. Number 3. Mysophobia, the fear of germs. Judging by hand sanitizer sales, this phobia is on the rise. Often called germaphobes, people who suffer from mysophobia are constantly washing their hands, are sometimes afraid of shaking hands or similar gestures, and are obsessed with contamination to the point where they cut themselves off from others. In fact, the fear may be related to obsessive-compulsive disorder and can lead to depression or isolation if not properly treated.
I'm not asking you to take sides. She didn't take the dogs to be mean. She's not a mean person. I'm asking you your opinion.
What is this?
What?
You didn't check your suit. There's a tear in it.
Number 2. Agoraphobia and claustrophobia, the fear of open and closed spaces. Not only is agoraphobia a fear of open spaces, it's also a fear of crowded areas or anywhere one might have trouble escaping.
I wish I could come, but I'm a borderline agoraphobic.
Borderline. Is that what you're calling it?
And it can get so bad, severe agoraphobes hold themselves up in their homes, as that's their only safe place. Claustrophobia, on the other hand, is triggered by various situations. Being buried alive is the worst-case scenario, but even elevators, trains, and windowless rooms are unbearable for sufferers. Number 1. Arachnophobia and ophidiophobia, the fear of spiders and snakes.
Chris, I'm scared to death.
Yeah, we all are. But our brains secrete a neurotransmitter that enables us to deal with them. Come on.
I don't think I have that particular neurotransmitter.
It takes a special kind of person to like these creepy crawly critters.
Can we panic now?
But there's a huge portion of the population that's terrified of spiders and snakes.
I don't like spiders.
And who can blame them? While more women than men claim to be arachnophobic, both irrational fears likely stem from evolution or personal experience. So what happens to people cursed with these fears? Even photographs can trigger anxiety attacks, screaming, fainting, and more.